All right, before we talk about NASCAR at Chicago and why NASCAR's not at Daytona, like the old days, that is our subject matter of the day. Why is NASCAR not back at Daytona like the old days? Now, I haven't heard very many people screaming, wanting NASCAR back at Daytona for July 4th weekend. However, this week, I've been hearing a lot of people bring back NASCAR to Daytona. So we're going to discuss that. We're going to de-bullshit it right now. Why is NASCAR in Chicago on this July 4th weekend? Before we do that, I'm going to let you know on this Saturday night, I will be running my Sunoco dirt car. Sunoco, high-octane coffee. We'll be racing tonight in Peevely, Missouri at Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. Yeah, Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. I got to add the word park on there. All right, let's discuss why NASCAR went to the Chicago street course. Now, I know a lot of you are looking for my comedy. You're looking for my Saturday night live comedy. So here's what I'm going to start with. NASCAR doesn't like you. They said, screw all of you. We're going to piss you off on purpose. And we're going to go to the downtown streets of Chicago because it's dangerous. And we like all our fans, to be in a dangerous environment. So f***ing stupid. People. Come on, Jesus. That's not why NASCAR went to Chicago. Now, let's just state the obvious, everybody. NASCAR is based in Daytona Beach, Florida, right across the street from the Daytona International Motor Speedway. So to say NASCAR is getting away from its roots, in this case, in this exact case, seems a little far-fetched. Because that would mean they're leaving their own house. We all know that NASCAR probably, most likely, gets a big-ass tax break from the city of Daytona. So I don't think NASCAR would have cost their own selves money. So put yourself in NASCAR's point. Hey, we're NASCAR. We're going to lose millions of dollars by leaving our own racetrack. Daytona is the home of NASCAR. Right across the street from the racetrack, NASCAR went in business with, I think, the Marriott, and they built a hotel, and they got Bass Pro Shop. You've all been there, right across the street. And if you haven't been there, maybe Google Earth it. But Daytona built a big old shopping mall and hotel and Bass Pro Shop with Johnny Morris. So right across from the Daytona National Motor Speedway is a really nice area. Really nice. You walk down these little streets and you buy ice cream, you get candy. And that's the office of Daytona and NASCAR. So to say NASCAR going to Chicago is dumb, well, that's just for us to say. That's just stupid talk. Okay, now let's get down to it. Why is NASCAR in Chicago? Well, I don't know, but I can most likely take a shot at it. First of all, we're on our third year. Number one, the races have been really good. I mean, that first race in the rain, we saw SVG. We watched Shane Van Gisbergen. He come from over there in Australia. And he showed those boys how to run those road courses, those street courses. Now, a lot of you cry out that politically, and I don't like talking about this, and I'm not going to. I'm just going to give you a little soft curveball right here. Politically, it's not aligned with NASCAR. Well, they got to work with everybody. It's like a car dealership. You can't say you're aligned politically one way or the other because, like my old friends told me, Herman, we're not here for 50% of the business. We're here for all the business. So NASCAR is in Chicago because they want all the business. They don't want 50% of the business. NASCAR races everywhere. So you got to get that out of your mind. They're not there because they're not politically aligned with this group of people or that group of people. Now, I've talked to the bosses. They said one thing they do like about Chicago is they serve lunch up. They do a lot of their activity in some of their old buildings, and it's got a good feel. Everybody I talk to, the teams and everybody, but everybody I talk to, if you get the politics out of your brain, get the politics out of your brain. You go downtown Chicago, they all have a good time. They really like it. That's what I hear. You know what I mean? That's really what I hear. And the race is good, guys. It really is good. Now, are they going to go back next year, which will be a fourth year? Well, NASCAR's taught us that they don't do that. NASCAR's taught us that they don't go back somewhere for a fourth year. Now, this is something new, and we all know it. We did the Coliseum out there in L.A. for 3 years. That's over. Now we're up here to street course, but little birdie tells me that they like it, that they're having a good time. But I'm sure it's going to be up to the city. They say that they got this deal really down pat, that they know how to build these street courses. I'm going to guess it's 50-50. But if I'm a guessing man, I don't think they're going to go back to Chicago. From what I'm hearing is that they're going to either go to San Diego or Philadelphia. Now, forget about politics. Get that out of your head. Quit thinking like that. They're not going these places for politics, guys. Maybe you think that way. They're going to these places because the city is giving NASCAR money. Yes, and it's making sense. If you read any story, Chicago is paying NASCAR a good amount of money. Now, are they losing money? Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm sure NASCAR has lost some money building this. But in the future, they've got this company that has all the concrete barriers, the fences, and now they can do this. Now they got all the materials. So they hire a company. I think it's the same people that put up the Memphis street course. So just for once, come on now. Respond right here. Why do you think NASCAR did a street course at Chicago? Forget about politics. You can't play that game. That's weak. Why did NASCAR leave their own racetrack at Daytona to go somewhere else? That's the question. All right, everybody. I'll see you tonight at a Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park in Peevely, Missouri. Have a great Saturday.